Hello everyone, welcome to Tasty in Situ. Today we make okra soup. I want to use this opportunity to welcome all our new subscribers. A very hearty welcome to you all. You have just landed on a cooking video tutorial that teaches you how to cook the easy and the fun way. Welcoming all my existing subscribers, thank you for joining us, and if you're just passing by, we're glad you're here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you enjoy this type of content. You are looking at the okra, people call it differently. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the fresh okra. To prepare it, you cut the head off just like you saw me do, and then you could dice it, you could cut it in half, you could slice it in rounds, and whichever one is okay with you, you go with that. This is an extra step I do sometimes when I'm making the okra. I just throw in a handful, blend it, and put it to the side for thickening. Next, I'm going to add some onions and this vegetable here. It's a dried bell pepper. Usually when it is in season, it is dried and kept for times when it is not in season. So what we do is we put it in water to hydrate the vegetable, and as soon as the vegetable becomes hydrated, it becomes soft enough to be blended and made into a paste. For these, I soaked for roughly 30 minutes to make it soft like this, and then I'm going to be blending this with the onions you saw earlier, and as soon as it's blended, I put this aside. This dry bell pepper is popularly known as tatashe. Next, I'm going to be getting the chicken ready. This is the native chicken. Sometimes you hear it being called the hard chicken. This one takes a little time to boil. This is very likened to the hen, the one we see in the grocery store. To it, I'm going to add a teaspoon of salt, some bouillon cubes, and habanero pepper. And I'm also going to add about a mid-sized onions to it. If you like this type of content, if you enjoy what you see, subscribe, like, share, stay with us, stay notified. Here is one more shout out to all the new subscribers. We are so glad you joined us. And for my existing subscribers, thank you so much for the encouragement and the support. I really appreciate you all. Thank you guys. With the initial ingredients prepared, let's get to cooking, shall we? And so to an empty pot, we add the chicken, nicely washed and cleaned out. The onions go in. We have the bouillon cubes, and we add a teaspoon of salt. We also add the habanero pepper. If you want this to be hotter, you could go with 2 habanero peppers. I put in just a little water to help cook the chicken. Chicken cook time 1 hour. For the hard chicken, you need to go 1 hour so that everything gets so nice and soft. Next, a 1/3 cup crayfish goes in, and then 1/2 cup dry fish, and then we have that paste, the tatashe, the bell pepper paste I blended with onions earlier. Yes, and here we have 1 cup of palm oil. You allow this to cook and simmer together for roughly 20 to 30 minutes. And about here, you get to see that palm oil begin to bubble to the top. You know that the oil is cooked. Now we're going to add that blended paste of okra and the chopped okra. And we give it a nice good mix. If you feel that your okra is too thick, you could just lighten it up with a splash of water, and then you give it a nice mix. Now the okra doesn't sit on the fire for too long, or else it begins to brown. And so at about 1 minute after, ooh, look at that okra speak. Oh, very nice. About 1 minute after you drop that okra into the pot, you bring it down. Within 1 to 2 minutes, you bring it down, or else the okra will become very dark and it wouldn't look nice and fresh and green. Look at that okra, delicious. And with the native chicken elevated. Yes, nice. You can find my fufu video. This is pounded yam fufu. Okra here is served with pounded yam. Very nice combination. Enjoy!